I love when the black community says let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do.
And did. So here I am at another Black owned business minding my Black owned business. This is Horizon, located in Durham, and I'm going to let you listen to what the owner and one of their most loyal customers has to say.
How you doing? My name is Paris. I've been coming to Horizons for about, you guys just been okay. How long ago has that been?
Mind you, that's another random Asian store, okay? That's not even the store of the racist Asian guy who offed that black kid, okay? I have no idea. Whoever did that deserves to be brought in jail, okay? I don't know why they were thinking that was possibly somehow justified, okay? I understand you're angry that, one of your own people got, off in such a terrible way for such a terrible reason, but why are you attacking an innocent store owner? Like, genuinely, what purpose does it serve apart from raising racial tensions and making more people aggressive, causing the cycle of violence to continue? You're just going to encourage those people to probably develop racial stereotypes about black people, and they're probably going to start doing the same thing to your stores. Like, do you not understand how this is generally not helping in any way whatsoever? Why don't you attack the actual store of the actual Chinese owner who did the wrong thing? Like, what? This logic is so weird.
Now, today, we are talking about something that has been gaining attention across America. The growing movement encouraging black consumers to support the black-owned businesses and keep more dollars circulating within their own neighborhoods. Over the last few years, my people, many black Americans have become increasingly focused on economic empowerment. And instead of simply discussing wealth gaps, ownership, and economic inequality, more people today have started talking about taking action through their spending habits and their spending power. And that action is producing some visible results that I'm going to tell you in this video. And across cities of the United States, more black Americans or more black entrepreneurs are opening businesses of their own. We are seeing black-owned barber shops. We are seeing black-owned beauty shops, stores, nail salons, restaurants, the clothing brands, trucking companies, coffee shops, construction firms, and even online businesses gaining support from customers who specifically want to invest in their own communities. For many supporters, my people, of this movement, the idea is simple and good. If their dollar have value, then they should be intentional about where their dollars go. This is not just a new concept like people think, because every community in America has historically practiced some form of economic cooperation, and many immigrants communities, religious groups, and even cultural communities have long encouraged members to support businesses owned by people from their own communities. So this is not new. This is not a new thing to the black Americans. It is something that has been happening in America. Even Asians, they do business in black neighborhoods, but they invest in their own neighborhoods. So black people have decided that they're gonna do businesses in their own neighborhoods and invest in their own neighborhoods. Now, many black Americans are doing the same thing. And what makes this moment interesting is that more people are realizing the collective power of the black dollar, because Asian shops are closing up. Buyers are not there. Black consumers are boycotting. Every purchase, my people, is a vote. And every dollar spent is a decision. So if black people decide that they're going to invest in their own neighborhoods or their own community, that's a good decision, because each dollar spent is like a vote, and one vote can change something. When large groups of people begin making similar decisions, businesses must notice, and we see this happening in the Asian communities. Many businesses cannot make the profit that they have been making, because most of their buyers have been the black consumers, and because they have decided that they're gonna do it in their own neighborhood, so they must face the consequences of their own action. Because this boycott did not just come out of nowhere. It came because of long mistreatment, long periods of disrespect to the black community. So many black consumers have openly stated that they are tired of being taken for granted. Some believe that companies have profited from the black neighborhoods for decades without even adequately investing back into those communities. So, the growing number of these people are choosing to support businesses where they feel respected, where they feel appreciated, where they feel represented, and where they feel their dollar is going to add value. And in this case, their dollar is going to add value to the black community or to their black neighborhood, because it's going to create more jobs for the black children. So guys, let's watch some reactions here. I'll be right back.
It's not a boycott. It's a wealth transfer. It's not a boycott. It's a wealth transfer. And there is a way for every black woman on this app, doesn't matter your age, your experience, to participate in this mass wealth transfer. One of my favorite corners of wealth transfer TikTok right now is older black women. I could tell they older. They like me. They at least in their 50s. At least. I'm 53. They in their 50s. And they drive by the nail salons and the beauty supply places that we're transferring our wealth from, and they be stopping in to check in to see if there's any black people in there, any black women in there. And if there's any black women in there, then they'll tell them, hey sis, listen, we're doing a wealth transfer. Take your money someplace else. Sometimes they even have like little pieces, little information, telling them where they can go and different places we can go in and around the area for our beauty supply and to get our nails did. I love it. Keep it up. That makes me so happy. I could tell they women my because of the way they sound when they walk in their flip-flops. They sound exactly the way I sound when I'm walking around in my Hoka flip-flops. And nosy in these shops, seeing what's going on, because y'all know we need to see what's going on. What's going on. We need to see what's going on. Is any of our people in there? It's my favorite part of the great Black Beauty Blackout, this huge wealth transfer that we are one appointment at a time, one recommendation at a time, one shout out to, one repost of a black nail tech's business or of her page. We are doing it. We could literally take a step towards doing it every day. But that's my favorite part. Those are my favorite women to follow right now. If you're one of those women that's keeping your eye these nail salons and these beauty supply places where we ain't shopping no more, letting people know what's going on, girl, or just documenting the fact that they empty, thank you. Please tag me, know who you are down in the comments so I can follow you and support. Proud of us, 92%. Also, there's a new podcast episode up. I have a new mini-sode series called Dear Benighted States of America, which is basically where black women of the 92% write a tersely worded letter to this country so they know what we think about them. They need to know. They need to know what we're thinking about them. So I hope you all enjoy it and keep it up. And again, if you're one of the women that's kind of monitoring these nail salons and those other beauty supply places, let me know so I can follow you.
Why is nobody talking about this? Rick Chow was an Asian American business owner who defended his store and his son when a teenager pulled a you-know-what on them and was just found not guilty by reason of self-defense. Well, in retaliation to what they have deemed a great injustice to society, the African American community has decided to boycott all Asian-owned businesses. And the media is covering this extensively, but do you know what story they're not covering? This man's. On June 13th, 2023, Cordell Maurice Gooseby walked up to a car unprompted, pulled out a 9mm and unloaded that into the car, taking the life of 34-year-old Elena Kwan, a Korean-American woman who was pregnant with her child. The child did not survive. He also attempted to take the life of her husband, Evan. Gooseby, a convicted felon from Chicago, had been arrested several times before, but for some reason was still out on the streets. He faced 2 charges, first-degree attempted unaliving and first-degree unaliving. And in March of 2026, he was found not guilty by reason of insanity. His defense actually argued that he couldn't know what he was doing was wrong because he's just a crazy person. And somehow, some way, that actually won. So instead of going to jail, he won't be held criminally responsible, and he'll just go to a mental facility where he can get checkups every once in a while to see if they should let him back out into society. And for some reason, I don't see the media covering this story at all, nor do I see mass calls for boycotting from the Asian American community against certain businesses. I wonder why.
Look at this. Beauty supply owned by Asian right in the middle of a black business strip mall. Right? And look at on a major street on the road to the airport. Why are y'all here? Inglewood. We need to make this a black owned beauty supply store.
Yesterday, when I made the post regarding people should not be boycotting Asian business, I did not know what the situation was for until later. Come to find out, an Asian man was not guilty for shooting a black teenager kid, and that's why the black folks are mad and they're boycotting Asian business. I see where you're coming from, though. I feel your pain, and I'm so sorry for the tragic that you had to go through. But when I hear the fact that you are going to boycott Asian business, that caught me off guard, and let me tell you why. Is because when you say you are boycotting Asian business, that's a big statement. Like, Asian comes in different area like Laos, Cambodia, Vietnamese, Japan, Korea, China, India. So when you say you're going to boycott the Asian businesses, that's all of them. But the fact that we didn't do anything to y'all, that's why I'm tripping about. That's it. Not that we're not feeling sorry for the situation. It's just, I know it was a Chinese man who shot the kid, but one man's crime cannot affect the whole community. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was caught off guard, because I'm Asian. And when you say you're gonna boycott Asian, that's like involve all of us. And some of us be like, what the hell did we do? We didn't do anything. We knew the situation, but we feel for the situation, but we didn't do anything. That's why I made that video. You see what I'm saying? Not trying to not have no empathy or sympathy about the situation. I feel bad. But it's kind of hard to boycott the Asian community because it's like, it's everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we need to stop this racism stuff, man. We need to love each other more. We need to really embrace each other's differences and just work it out. And at the end of the day, we need God. That's what we need.
To the Asian man who challenged all black people to boycott all Asian businesses, I'd like to say thank you. We haven't seen a level of unity and camaraderie this large since probably George Floyd. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if black people would have ever gotten to this point where we all unified under one singular movement this way. Like, it is powerful. The Asian people are starting to feel the effects of what you have done. This is impacting your people more than it's impacting my people. We are uniting against this. You have destroyed Asian businesses. That's you. You did that. And I'd like to thank you for getting my people to work together on something like this. This means the world to me. And to the Asian people who are hurting because of the decisions and the words that this person has said, you know who to come for. He did this to you, not us. He said we don't want you guys, so we said okay.
I love when the black community says let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do.
And did. So here I am at another Black owned business minding my Black owned business. This is Horizon located in Durham, and I'm going to let you listen to what the owner and one of their most loyal customers has to say.
I ain't know my name first. I've been coming to Horizon for about, you guys just been up there. How long ago has that been? 7 years. So yeah, came to them because I have my Asian, my skin, and I needed different friends of mine from about the location, so I check it out and then I find like I think 3 bottles of like shea butter that day. It's my first time trying shea butter, and I liked it. And then I'll go a while. I take my godchildren, like I have some other friends and stuff, and I am a regular at this point, so you know.
share the experience with us. And now I'm going to turn it over to my co-worker, partner, daughter, love of my life, my only one daughter, number one. Her favorite daughter. Her favorite. My favorite daughter. That is. Exactly. Hi, I'm Joy. I'm the other half of Horizon. What makes us different, like my mom was saying, is that you can customize the product. So you come in, it's not cookie cutter. It's not like those big boxes where you just come in and everybody's gonna smell like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say something. Any big box fragrance, but everybody's gonna feel the same. That's not how it goes here. You literally come in and you say, okay, I want my shampoo to smell like bananas, lavender, right on the spot. I want my body wash to smell like flowers and papaya. You do that right here on the spot. Everything is custom made right here, right now. And that's something that all the big, I want to say names so bad. That's something that all the big boxes they would never take one product for one person. That's what we do here. So these are our products. We do butters, we do body washes, we do shampoos, conditioner, deep conditioner, and we also support other Black-owned businesses as well, like True Detergent. Let's see what else. We have the sugar scrubs. Sugar scrubs. Pretty much anything for your body, we got it. We have something else we have is our rewards program. So when you come in, every time you shop, every dollar goes to a point, and points add up to discounts and free items. And we always have like what we call the recycle program, because not only do we want to have you save money, we want to save the planet. So what you do is you come back, you bring in your container, we refill it, and it's 10% off. And even our aloe water, which is our top seller, you can apply to your hair or your face as a refresher, but that's 50% off. That's unheard of anywhere. You can't do that anywhere, to come in and bring in an old bottle and get 50% off. So we have that as well. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're usually under Horizon or Horizon Beauty.
I had such a great time meeting Val and Joy. They ended up whipping up a customized body butter just for me, and it smells amazing. I can't wait to put it on. Also, I'm going to link Kamel Hurst's information below as well. He's a photographer. So if you ever need some photography work done, I had a chance to look at his lookbook. He has great work. And I know you guys are waiting for that provider list. It is coming. I do have to do my research first before I put it out there. So just give me some time. But right now, this series is only focused on beauty supply stores in North Carolina. I will be moving on to nail salons shortly, and that service provider and physician provider list will be up soon. Thank you so much, and don't forget to follow.
Now, one thing businesses learn quickly is that consumers always have power. A tremendous amount of power that many people have never noticed. Because every dollar spent is a big decision, and every purchase made is a vote. So every customer who walks through a door helps determine whether a business succeeds or fails. That is why boycotts have existed throughout America. And please note that this is not the first boycott, neither will it be the last. We have seen many boycotts, and black people have brought down big companies through boycotting their products. And this is not going to be the first one. What makes you think that they cannot bring down the Asian businesses? It is possible. They can do it because they are the determinant of the American economy. They can determine who sells and who does not sell. So if they decide that Asians will not sell in America, they will not sell because they will not consume, they will not buy it. People use their spending power to express their frustration, to demand accountability, to support causes they believe in. And when enough consumers act together, businesses must notice. So years ago, a local controversy might stay local. But mark it, today, we have social media. Things spread very fast. A single video can reach millions of people just overnight. Comments spread, opinions spread, anger spread, and before long, you think about that, a dispute involving one person, one store, or one incident can become part of a national conversation. Businesses that never expected attention suddenly find themselves at the center of online debates. And that visibility can have some enormous consequences, either good or bad. So American communities have not always understood each other. Different groups have often experienced different struggles, different histories, and even different perspectives. Sometimes those differences create the so-called misunderstandings. Sometimes they create the so-called stereotypes. Sometimes they create some resentment. And when those tensions remain unresolved for years, even small incident can trigger a larger reaction. And that is why many observers say today's conflicts are often about much more than one event. They are about accumulated frustrations, old wounds, and conversations that people felt that were never fully addressed. So one difficult reality is that small business owners are often caught in the middle of the conflict much larger than themselves. And many are simply trying to support their families, my people, pay their employees, keep their doors open, and survive in an increasingly difficult economy. So when these tensions escalate, the local businesses frequently become the first places where economic consequences appear. They do say that when two bulls are fighting, it is the grass that is feeling the pain. So sales will decline, customers will disappear, and uncertainty will grow. For many owners, that reality can be so frightening, especially in an economy where survival is already difficult, like the United States. So as conflict intensify, many communities are pushing for something different. They are pushing for conversation. And I think that's what they should dig deep inside and see on how they can come together and resolve their own issues so that grass doesn't suffer. And I believe communities must address difficult issues directly rather than allowing resentment to continue growing. So one reason these debates have become so emotional is because economic pressure is affecting nearly everyone in America. We have rising costs, housing challenges, we have healthcare expenses, we have job insecurity, we have financial stress, and people are already frustrated, already exhausted, already worried about how their future will turn to be. So that pressure can make conflicts feel even more intense because people are not only reacting to one issue, they are reacting to years of accumulated stress and disrespect. So the big question now is whether communities move towards greater understanding or greater division. And people should focus on shared challenges and not continue viewing each other as an opponent, because we are not competing. We are in business. We should respect each other. Business owner should respect the buyers. If you don't respect your buyers, consequences will turn out to be big, because customers are always right and their grievances should be listened to. Without those things, resentment tends to grow but not disappear. So you should learn how to talk to each other, address our customers, and that our businesses will grow. And please note that our future will only be determined by whether people choose confrontation alone or conversation as well. So mark that. So guys, what do you think? Can communities rebuild trust after tensions and boycotts? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that anytime we drop a new video, you become the first person to be notified that we have just dropped for your video to watch and give us your thoughts. Thank you, and let me see you again in my next episode.